It is June 8th of 2026, and this is the Court Gallery. Can you sue your ex for every gift you ever gave them? We're about to find out when one woman brings 52 pages of receipts to court demanding nearly $6,000 back for a truck, a phone, and even a VR headset. Then, a neighborhood feud gets so intense the judge has to step in when one man is repeatedly found passed out in his neighbor's driveway. And finally, after dodging the law for 6 years, a defendant walks back into court hoping for a break. But Judge McNally is not the kind of judge to let this sort of thing slide. We've got one cautionary tale after another today, ladies and gentlemen, and it all starts right now.
We have one case left. It's entitled Jennifer Shepard versus Dwayne McNair. You're Jennifer Shepard?
Yes, sir.
And you're Dwayne McNair? Will you both please raise your right hand? You both swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
I do.
Did you hear what I said about once we begin, there's no appeal?
Yes.
From this? Ms. Shepard, did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
And you're ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Mr. McNair, did you hear that as well? There's more than one Jennifer Shepard. Are you Jennifer K. Shepard?
No.
You're Jennifer, what's your middle name? Jean.
Birthday 1/9/84.
Okay. There's several Jennifer
Yes,
Shepherds.
there is.
All right. Jean with a J.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is a claim for $5,958.36. I had a hard time sorting this out, and I have not sorted it out.
Okay.
The claim says, let me get the right claim here. The claim says I'm asking for $5,958.36. During our relationship, the defendant asked multiple times for help with certain items, those being cell phone, bill, clothes, shoes, cell phone case, jewelry, and truck. See attached papers, plus gaming VR headset. So then I'm supposed to look through all these 50 pages you filed and add it up to $5,598.
Yes.
So you're filing this action just to screw with him. This is a divorce that you weren't married. So you filed this action that you allege between September of 26 and March of 26. Well, that can't be right. Between September of when?
Oh, it was September of 25. Sorry.
25.
Sorry.
So you went together for about 8 months and now you're suing him for almost $6,000. And then you supply me with a bunch of stuff that I'm supposed to add up and determine that he owes you that much money. I don't even know where to start. I didn't find any final, there's 52 pages of stuff where like he owes me this or this or this. You're the plaintiff, you have the burden of proof. So tell me why you believe he owes you $5,958.
Okay, for one, Your Honor, I have the receipts for the clothes and the jewelry and the gaming headset and everything that I bought him. And the messages that I sent you, I know was a hot mess. So I have bank accounts in
All
there.
right, well, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so, I have the messages where it says he's gonna sell the truck and pay me my money back.
Well, was this a deal where you agreed you were gonna buy this stuff for him and then he would pay you back?
He asked me to help him, and there's messages in here.
Well, I'm not sure what that means. All right, well, let's start out with, tell me how you get to 5,958.
The truck was 2,500. His phone was $2,000. His phone bills from November to April of this month. The jewelry was,
Stop.
sorry. I'm sorry, sir. My cousin is dying right now, so.
November to April phone bill is how much?
Well, you got one for 195. You got one for 107.74. You got one for 96.48. You got one for 56.77 plus $5. $40 plus $5. $40 plus $5. And then $5 that I pay every month for the phone for the insurance on it. And then I paid the phone off, and that was after I paid the phone.
Well, how much is the total phone? I don't want to have to go through and add up every monthly bill for 7 months, not even under the contention that he
All
owes the money.
together.
This is, like I said, this is.
I know it's a hot
small
mess, I'm
claims
sorry.
divorce.
So the phone altogether was $2,443.81.
All right, very good. Now, that's just the phone payment?
That's the phone and the phone bill. The phone is $2,000 by itself.
All right, so the phone and the bill is 2,443.84.
81.
And the truck, tell me about that. I saw a picture of it.
I bought the truck on March 27th, and I paid $2,500 from the truck, and I have not physically seen him until today on that camera since I paid for that truck.
Where is the truck?
You tell me. It was down the road from my house at his other girlfriend's house until not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before that. He's got pulled over driving it once. I
All right,
don't have
well,
any
who's
idea.
it titled to?
He has the title and everything, but I paid for it. And then there's multiple messages saying where he's gonna sell the truck and give me my money back.
All right, what's the rest of it?
His jewelry, there's a picture of him wearing a necklace in here. That was $200, which is the receipt right here.
Okay.
There was an outfit that he wanted for his cousin's. I don't know if it's his cousin's birthday or the day he died. They have a big family get together, so he wanted an outfit for that. So he ended up getting 2 pairs of shoes instead of 1, which that was $264.99. And then he got a pair of white Levi jeans that was $50.56. I'm not even including the hat and stuff because I couldn't find the receipt for those.
All right, keep going.
And then he got a gaming VR headset when we first got together. One of those Quest 3 things, that was $499.99. And he bought my daughter a movie with my credit card and told her, we've never even seen the movie since he paid for it. That's the receipt for this right here. And I sent you a picture of the gaming headset. And then the truck. I've got multiple text messages
Well,
stating.
let's add this up. The truck is 2,500. The phone bill and the phone is 2,443.81.
And then, Your Honor, I also, when
Stop. Jewelry is 200. Clothes is 314. Let me add that up. There's 315.55. And the VR headset is $499. 5,938.36. That's more than. No, that's the amount. All right, Mr. McNair, what's your position? She spent all this on you. She says during your relationship, were you a kept man? She
No,
was buying your vehicles and clothes and jewelry and
hey,
paying your bills.
all on her free will. And I got the text messages too.
All right, you asked for help. So this is all hunky-dory for you. She buys you a truck for $2,500. Your truck, she got no rights to it. She pays your phone bill for months and buys you a phone, $2,400. Good for
Hey,
you.
she cut the phone off, so her paying the bills, that was on her to talk to me. She cut the phone off. The phone been cut off for months.
I cut it off in April, sir.
Where is it?
It's here with me. It ain't no good, but the phone been cut off for months.
What about these other items, jewelry and clothes and that sort of thing?
I mean, like, she bought that because she wanted me to be with her. As soon as I said I didn't want to be with her, that's when she brought me to court for that. Got people taking pictures of me in the bar, sending them messages. I got all that.
What about this gaming system?
Man, she bought it on her own. I asked, she bought it. Didn't force it. She bought it for me to be at her house.
All right, so you're saying she bought these things of her free will because you were in a relationship together?
Yes.
All right, she says she bought them to quote unquote help you, and now she's mad, so she's suing you for them.
Yeah.
So that means we got to look at these emails.
Your Honor, right here on page 16, it says need help getting this, and it's a picture of a truck. It's not the truck I bought,
Yes,
but
and
it
you
is a
did that.
truck.
All right, stop. I'll give you a chance to speak.
On page 18, it says
Well,
this,
so yeah, it doesn't say, hey, I'll pay you back if you.
but it's not saying,
buy
will you buy this for me either?
Well,
and then
again, you have the plaintiff.
It says right here, it might have to go off. I can only give you what I got. That means his phone.
All right,
So he's supposed to be paying me for the phone. Why would he say that?
where are you in that?
On page 14. And this is a bank statement right here. This is all the gifts, Your Honor, right here.
Let me give that to the bank.
This is gifts. This is where I got his first truck legal. And this is haircuts and all them highlights right there. That's gas stations where he's getting food and cigarettes and filling his truck up. I ain't got none of those. The only thing that's on there is the Oculus. That shows the $599 or whatever for the Oculus. My loan went from 4,000 to 11,000 since we've been together. I'm a single mom, Your Honor. I don't have money to give.
This was a very foolish relationship.
It
You got, it
was.
was all take on his part and I'll give on your part.
Right.
And sorry for your luck. There was no contract. There was no written
He's right here on page 23. He's getting mad I won't buy him weed.
all right, hold on. You know, and the stuff is, I can't even tell who's saying this.
It is hard to tell, Your Honor.
Now leave me alone, you fucking hoe. We are done.
Yeah.
You mad bitch. I am good. Can't fuck with a hoe. Is that from you to him or?
That's from him to me because I shut his phone off after he told me to shut it off because he couldn't give me money for the bill. And then sends me all these pictures of stacks of money. Why aren't you paying your bill if you got all that money?
So here we are, and then there's a bunch of cash, like $100
Yep,
bills and stuff
Yep,
in
right.
this picture. But again, this is, you're in a relationship, there's no written contract. You're voluntary paying this money. I need you to pay for my haircut.
Yeah,
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Page 25, sir.
Stop. buying him a hat, buying him this, that, you're taking money away from your kids.
I'm over $8,000.
But,
I'm over $8,000 in debt over this.
well, that was not a very good decision.
Your Honor, the first page, my friend had just died.
Stop, what's
And so
that?
my friend had just died when we had got together.
Yeah.
So I was not in a good place at all. And he took advantage of that. I watched my friend die at work and he took advantage of that. I cried every day. I was drinking very heavily. I stopped drinking 3 months ago because it was causing a lot of problems.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
But page 25,
You
it
know, the
says,
whole thing is just, I ain't got shit and you won't buy me no weed.
right,
You know, gee whiz. Mr. McNair, it's embarrassing to read this.
but page 25 says he'll give me some money.
You should see half of the stuff that she sent to me that I can't get to y'all.
When I'm drunk,
All
Your Honor.
right, stop.
But page 25 says the rest pay little out of every check stressed to the max.
What
And
page are
then
you on?
page 25, and that gives the date
That
and
doesn't say
everything.
that. It says, I'm gonna give your money today. Don't worry about it no more.
That's 26. I might have them mixed up, sorry. And then page 27, don't worry, gotta give your money back and I will figure out my own dot. Thank you for trying to help. Always, I said I will be there to drop off the money. Why are you giving me money if you don't owe me?
Well,
I'm giving you money for the phone, not the truck.
all right.
That's because we was together then.
All right. The
There's
problem
one,
is, this is during a relationship. You have to prove beyond a preponderance that he owes you this money. There's no evidence that there was ever a contract that it was entered into. If you lend me the money to buy this truck, I will pay you back at $100 per month. You just bought him the truck.
right here, page
Then-
40.
All right, let me see that.
It says, I am just going to put this truck back up for sale and get you your money, get your money.
Yeah, but I'm talking about ahead of time.
Well, I didn't think I had to do that being in a relationship with
You
somebody.
don't.
You know?
So you buy it for him and then the relationship
Page 42.
ends and all of a sudden you want the stuff back.
I'm definitely gonna give you your money for
All
the
right,
truck.
that doesn't mean he's legally obligated in a court case to give you the money back. What was the agreement at the front end?
That I was gonna help him get the truck and he was supposed to give me money back.
All right, yes, you have your version and his version. There's no contract, there's nothing in
Right.
writing. You're in a relationship. You said, we're in a relationship. Why do I need a contract? Well, that cuts both ways. Mr. McNair, you made out very well on this. So you got some lady, you still owe me money, thousands, hundreds anyway, of unpaid court fines. In the meantime, somebody's buying you a truck and a phone and jewelry and clothes. I was joking that you're a kept man, but you sort of were till you decided to get into another relationship and then the money turned off and now she's suing you for it. But this is not a civil case. It's a divorce without a marriage. You were part of a relationship. You bought him all this stuff. You're taking your money away from your kid to give him money to do stupid stuff like play video games, jewelry and bling bling. I'm ashamed of him, but there's not enough for a civil binding contract for repayment. I don't know how much you owe Mr. McNair. It's in the hundreds. It's over $1,000 that you owe the court. You have a pretrial on June 24th on a charge of driving without a license. And another charge of no proof of insurance. You have several no valid license charges where you're driving around without a license and then she's buying you a car.
Yeah, I didn't know he didn't have a license, Your Honor, sorry.
Let's see, 7. Drove without a license, 6/1/24. He hasn't paid the fine.
Yeah, he was driving the truck that I bought.
I was not, for your information.
Driving without a license, 10/1/21. You haven't paid that fine. 4. Driving without a license, 8/9/21. You haven't paid that fine. 6. No proof of insurance, 2023. You haven't paid that fine. And you got some new cases from earlier this year. Yeah, you don't need a truck. You don't have a driver's license. Nonetheless, this isn't the mechanism to collect this money. You've made some representations that you would pay her the money back, which I don't think you're ever gonna do. But this was during a relationship. There's no contract that said you agreed to repay the money. You just took and then you left and you got the benefit of it. You got this truck. What is it?
2005 Chevy Tahoe.
All right, let's see what he was driving on the most
He
recent.
probably on the first, but in May is when he got pulled over driving the truck.
Yeah, that was, yeah, when I was moving it.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, we'll discuss that. I may have to DQ myself on this. You don't need a truck. You don't have a driver's license. She buys this for you. You're driving around with no insurance and no driver's
Can I have the
license.
truck?
No, it's titled in his name, so you were a foolish person. Anyway, I'll see you in court, but you don't have to pay any money as a result of this lawsuit. I'm gonna remove you.
Next matter is LVNV funding versus Kevin Goff, 26-41719-GC. Do we have
Here, Your
present,
Honor.
please?
Here, Your Honor, along with my wife, Brittany Goff.
All right, I do see Mr. Goff is present. Do we have anyone from LVNV funding?
Ryan McNally, P88457, representing LVNV funding today.
Counsel, I understand you have a motion for summary disposition. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Have you had a chance to speak to Mr. Goff about it?
If he's open to having another conversation about this, I'd be open to, but I believe we have spoke about this before.
All right, Mr. Goff, do you want to speak to counsel, or do you want to just have him go ahead with his motion for summary disposition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you
Your
want to talk to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll put you in a breakout room so that you can speak with counsel, see if there's a way to resolve the matter. As soon as you get back from that, I'll recall your case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, see Mr. Goff and counsel for LVNV funding are back, so let me recall that matter. This is LVNV funding versus Kevin Goff, filed 26-41719-GC. Counsel, were you able to reach a resolution with Mr. Goff?
Connor,
We
what
have
did you
not-
do with my pad? What did you do?
That's not our case.
I muted her, that's Sally Sanders.
All right, sorry about the interruption.
Okay.
Counsel, was there a resolution in the Goff case?
There's been no resolution, Judge. I think we're going to have to go forward with this motion today.
All right, Mr. Goff, do you concur that there's been no resolution?
Yes,
All right, counsel, go ahead and argue your motion for summary disposition.
Yes, Your Honor. This is regarding a credit card that was opened, originally financed by Web Bank. There was local purchases made on this account, and there was a balance accrued. By using the credit card, the defendant consented to the terms and conditions of the credit card. There was a payment made on the credit card on January 6th of 2022. Due to payment ceasing, the account went into default and was charged off with a balance of $520.72. Thereafter, the account was transferred through a lawful assignment and sale to LVNV funding. The defendant was provided notice of the sale and assignment by the goodbye letter. The amount of $520.72 is accurate, and that's demonstrated by plaintiff's affidavit of indebtedness and ownership of the account. I'm asking the court to grant this motion under MCR 2.116 C9 and/or C10 for no valid issue of genuine fact and no valid defense. And with that, I rest, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Goff, do you have anything that you'd like to say on your behalf?
Yes, Your Honor.
We do not recognize the debt that has been brought forward. We did not receive any prior notice to being served. We do recognize the evidence that was provided, but it is not something that we have recognized. It's not an account that is familiar to us. We do see the exhibits that have been provided as well, but it is not recognizable by us. The plaintiff had asked if we had filed a police report for it, but we had not, because it was something that we hadn't known was an issue until being served. We have asked to have it dropped. We've provided discovery. And then the final thing we added is he is a disabled veteran, total and permanent. And so any judgment that might be made against him per MCR ruling would not be valid. And that is what we have, Your Honor.
Well, the judgment issue or the collection issue as being a veteran and all that kind of stuff doesn't have anything to do with whether or not they're entitled to a judgment. So the only question before me today is whether or not they're entitled to a judgment. I have in the court file a proof of service indicating that you were served on February the 4th of 2026 with the summons, which contained a copy of the complaint and put you on notice of what the debt was. So what is your claim that you don't recognize the debt?
It's not a debt that's familiar to us or that we recognize, and no contact was made to us prior to being served. We agree with that. We were served on February 4th, but we had no knowledge of it prior to that. There were no communications made to us prior to that.
In the motion for summary disposition, there's copies of documentation indicating that purchases were made and payment was made, and it goes to the exact same address that was given in your answer.
Correct.
How do you say that you didn't have, it's not your debt then?
We did not recognize any of the debts that were on this account or the payments made for it. We do see there are local payments. We do see that, but we did not receive any statements, and we do not recognize that account.
I don't understand when you say you don't recognize it. What are you trying to tell me?
It's not something that we've had. We do not have an Advent card. We have not had an account with WebBank. So it's everything is the account numbers are unfamiliar to us that made the payment. What was provided in here is all unfamiliar to us.
What did you do back in counsel? Is this payment made in 2026? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it was made in 2022. It was made
2022?
Yeah,
All right.
January 6th of 2022. So there's a couple statements in here, Your Honor. If you were to look at them, the first statement has the purchases on it, and the second statement has the payments on it. And then after that, it is just late fees and interest.
Right. So I see a payment or a purchases made in November 28, 29, December 5, and December 6 of 2022, and then a payment made in January 6th of 2023, apparently. And all of them have addresses, name and address, the exact same as Mr. Goff put in on his answer to the current court case. So I find it hard to believe that you didn't know 3 years ago or 4 years ago when this started, and apparently you didn't do anything about it. How do you answer that?
We were not notified about any of this beforehand, so we understand that it's addressed to us. We have not received any statements for it, Your Honor.
How is that possible if it's mailed to you at that address?
I do not know. We had mail interference taking place. We've had an issue with our neighbor that's in a separate litigation case, so we had to get a PO box. We've had communication from this plaintiff before and have been able to deal with them on other matters. But this particular credit card, we do not know. We're unfamiliar with all of it, and we understand the evidence brought forward, but this is the first time it's been brought to our attention, was February 4th of this year being served.
So what have you done since February 4th of this year to dispute this matter?
We've gone to the credit bureaus to dispute it, and then we've been following the different timelines with this court with filing the proper responses and then the discovery.
Did you report it to the police?
No, we haven't reported it to the police.
Why not? You're telling me that somebody fraudulently used your account.
We have not reported it to the police, Your Honor. We wanted to see what would happen with court, or if there was any resolution or information to be provided with the plaintiff.
Now that you got it, what are you going to do?
And file a police report.
Counsel, is there anything else that you want to say?
Judge, the bill of sale, there's an attachment on there which does provide a lot of data as to the defendant. So when he opened the credit card, it looks like he would have provided a lot of information on here. I mean, there's an email address on here that was attached. There's also his social security number and his current address, his date of birth. So the email itself is Bigu, or I'm having a hard time pronouncing the last name, but then it's 31514. I think that's pretty identifiable, Your Honor. I'm just asking the court to grant judgment this time.
Any further response, Mr. Goff?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I find that there is, by preponderance of the evidence, proof the defendant has made the purchases and the payments, given the fact that it was sent to his address on multiple months, as indicated in the motion for summary disposition documentation attached to the motion. It was sent to him with his name at the same address, 3311 Fishbacks Trail in Gaylord, for multiple months, as included in the documentation. It shows purchases in November and December, and a separate payment on a separate account, a separate statement in January for $77, purchases totaling, I believe, $288. So that is, in my mind, that's preponderance of the evidence that they have given proper notice. I don't believe him when he tells me that he was just waiting in order to make a proper report to the police. He's had information about this since apparently February this year, so I find that answer to be disingenuous. I'm going to grant judgment in favor of in favor of plaintiff for the amount requested, $520.72 plus court costs, service fees and motion fees, and statutory attorney's fees, totaling altogether $691.97. We'll send copies of that out. Thank you all very much. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your week.
Sally Sanders versus Jessica Ostrander, filed 26-42263-LT. Who we have present, please?
I'm here, Sally Sanders.
Thank you.
Jessica, for the court, my legal last name is Stejkowski, not Ostrander.
Thank you. Court only goes off the documentation it has within the court file, and that's how you were listed in this particular case.
Okay,
That's what her, that's, uh, um,
That's all right. I'll try to remember that next time. All right. Have the parties tried to talk and resolve this matter?
there was really no talking with Miss Sanders.
actually, there's no talking with Jessica. I have sent in probably a string of 50 texts that I have sent her over since January that she never responds to. She doesn't answer my phone calls either. Her husband was paying the rent and she booted him out. They were behind back in June, last year, and they slipped further and further behind. And I dealt really with him. He was paying. Um, she kicked him out,
All
and
right, Ms. Sanders, hang on. I appreciate you trying to fill me in on what's happened in the past, but at the moment, all of that's not going to help either side because we're not ready
okay.
for a trial today. Typically what happens at a first hearing is I decide whether or not the case needs to go to mediation. That is for a chance for the parties to resolve the matter with someone there to try to help them talk in a civil manner to each other. And if that's not going to happen, then I set the matter for a second hearing. And at the second hearing, we have a trial. That is, both sides bring in their witnesses and their evidence. And I decide whether or not there's an entitlement to a judgment. And if so, I'll grant the request, and the eviction date is or a date upon which eviction would be allowed is set after that. Is there any reason why that we should not send this matter to mediation where the two of you can sit down and talk to and see how you can resolve it?
The house is in foreclosure. I have a buyer buying it as is that would do it in 15 more days. She has never paid me rent. Right now, she owes me about $10,000. My house is in foreclosure, and my Boyne City house may go into foreclosure. I have been paying for her, and she got me arrested on a visit when I told her I was coming on Friday and came on Sunday
So the
night.
answer is no, you don't want to go to mediation. All right, so
I don't know, sir. I don't know um how to settle this. I just want her to get out of my house so I can sell it. She hasn't
all right,
paid, never paid. I gave her 30 days in January when she slandered me to a new tenant.
all right, Ms. Ostrander,
Liability slandered me.
Ms. Sanders. I know that this is difficult for you, but I don't need all of the extra stuff. Okay, Ms. Ostrander, is there
Yes.
some reason why you think that you're entitled to stay in the home?
Yes, Your Honor. I do not owe Miss Sanders over $10,000. My husband, he has proof of Venmo payments of rent and all that, but she did not summons my husband Brian Ostrander to this matter, and he would be more. And then she also has made up a new lease that I've never saw before either. So I don't know what's.
So you think that you're caught up on rent?
I'm not saying I'm caught up on rent, but with her harassment and
I'm
also.
going to tell you the
No,
same
yes,
thing I told
yes,
her.
yes,
Stop.
Your Honor, I do.
Stop. Stop. I should not have to say that 3 times to an adult. This is neither the time nor the place for the two of you to get into it. And I don't think you want to get into it with me. Answer my questions. That's all I need to know. If we want to have a trial, we'll have a trial in the future. That's when you can talk. Today is for me to figure out what we need to do. That's all I'm going to do today. So the question was, are you caught up on rent?
No, sir.
All right, then she is entitled to ask you to leave. You can certainly make a record at trial of what the balance is and what the payment record is. Okay, and both of you would be required to bring in your records to do that.
Mhm.
So
Great.
I'm going to stop.
Sorry.
I'm going to tell you right now, you both do this in front of me in person, and I'll hold you in contempt of court and let you sit in jail for a day. You don't get to talk whenever you want to talk, however you want to talk in court. This is not the street corner. This is not your house. Act like you're in court. I'm going to set this for a trial. That's going to be in person. You're going to come to the courthouse on the date and day that I tell you to. Bring any witness that you want to bring. Bring all of your documentation with you. If you don't have it, we're not going to adjourn for you to go get it. If you need it, if you want it, bring it. Does everybody understand that?
Yes,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor.
In order to allow you both to gather your documentation, I'm going to set this out a little bit. I'm going to give you a couple of dates. Pick the one that's best for you, and I'll try to resolve if you can't pick the same one. I have June 29th, July 13th, or July 20th. Ms. Sanders, which one is best for you?
June 29th.
Ms. Ostrick,
Your Honor, Your Honor,
Stajikowski?
she has no records. My records are completely together. They want to buy this, and I'm in foreclosure. I'm a disabled vet. I can prove that they owe me $10,000. They don't have any Venmo proof.
Ms. Sanders, even if everything that you tell me is true, it doesn't help you today. She's still with us. Ms. Stajikowski, is the 29th sufficient for your needs?
Yes, that'll be quite all right with me, Your Honor.
We're going to set the trial date for June 29th. I'm going to set it for 3:30. That will be in person at the district court in Gaylord. Do you know where that's at?
Yes, Your
Up by the
Honor.
high school?
Yes,
All right.
Your Honor, I do. Thank you.
I'll see both parties then. We'll send a notice out to you and to Ms. Sanders. That's all for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Two.
Kaylee Kuffner.
Hello.
Ms. Kuffner, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
And Ms. Kuffner, tell me what's going on with service. I know we didn't get service.
Yeah, I tried 3 different addresses. I've never personally met Sam, so I don't know any personal details about her. I've worked with both Tacoma and Olympia police to serve her, and have not been able to find her. I believe, based on social media, she might be hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. She also has a lot of addresses on file in California, so it's possible she's living in California.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I can serve her electronically. I have her email address. I don't know what that looks like, but that was what the police suggested I ask for.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. The issue we have there is just sending an email isn't sufficient. We have to have some indication in response to that email that it actually was received.
Yeah.
So if you want to reset it, we can do that. If she's hiking the PCT, there's not going to be a response most likely.
Yeah.
So we'll set it for 2 weeks out from today, the 22nd, and give you a shot at it. If you haven't obtained service by then, I think probably what we'll do is just terminate the temporary order, and you can always refile it if you have the ability to get service in the future.
Okay. Yeah, she can't be hiking forever, so I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, hopefully, while she's hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, she doesn't have time to, send things to you.
I think she's using AI to harass me. um, Based on the timestamps of things and how things are playing out, I think she's set up some sort of digital service to do it. So, but yeah, thank you for extending. I will continue to try and update on the 22nd.
Okay, same login information on the 22nd.
Okay, can I serve her the same packet then? I don't need any refresher?
Well, you'll need a refresher that gives that date.
Okay.
And that will be emailed to you today.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kuffner. Mercedes and Michael Haas and Cody Sands. Mr. Sands, come on up. Good. And before you sit down.
How you doing today?
Okay, no problem. All three of you raise your right hands, please. Swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, and I'll start with Mr. Haas. Mr. Haas, you and Mercedes is your wife?
It's my mom.
Mother.
Yes,
Okay. The two of you live in the same home?
Yes, sir. I'm her caregiver.
Okay. And Mr. Sands is a next door neighbor?
He's across the street, yes, sir.
Okay. And you said you found him, he's across the street, but you found him passed out in your driveway?
Second time. Yeah, this time he was in the car. I went out there and videotaped. By the way, I didn't know the evidence needed to be categorized. I sent a gigabyte of evidence. I did not. There's a lot on there. So we waited a while. I didn't see it moving. I called the police. I don't know what that is. They came and talked to him. He fought with him, was taken to the ground and arrested. It's an ongoing case. I believe there was drugs involved. That's what one of the officers told me, but I have no clue. It's just an ongoing thing. A couple of days later, I was outside and he told me that I was going to end up in a ditch dead like a snitch does, and started saying I was a child molester. And I know he's got some issues, some stuff going on, but it has to stop. It's been ongoing since October. It's been progressively getting worse. The loud music, the parks off to the side of the house right by our porch and is loud and
so he lives across the street, but he parks on
his mother, so he lives right across to his mother and his grandma live next door to us, and he'll park on the grass right next to the bushes right by our porch and plays music loud and talk to himself and carry on. And I know he's got some issues, but I mean, we're kind of scared. I know my mom is more so than I am, but it started last October. He was also nodding off in his car and honking the horn with his head, and we had to call the police. And after that, we had issues. He went around with a weed blower, started blowing dirt and stuff on our porch and the cars. And then he filed a false rape charge against me. I don't know where that went because I can't get the paperwork. It's just too much. We just want to be left alone and, enjoy the community as well as we can. And I could go on for days about all the stuff. Just the loud music, the traffic getting out at night, the weird behaviors, and the threats really bother me. I don't think I deserve it. And I'm not a child molester. I've never hurt a kid in my life. And it's just, she is more frightened than I am.
Okay. And Ms. Haas, anything you would like to say?
It's really quite disturbing. You can see that I'm 86 years old and I'm not getting around real well. And having this activity, I hear stuff. I feel stuff. He comes in with music and I can hear it pounding in my mobile home. The leaf blowing, that was not only loud, it was distracting because he was blowing the stuff over on my car and into our driveway. Some of his behavior I've seen. When we go out to the car, he'll be peeking out the door at us. Just, it's weird. Pulling a shirt up over his mouth, hunched over. The last thing was Friday when I heard a noise. I was sitting watching TV and I heard a noise and I looked out the window and he was approaching our porch and
On the property.
on the property. It comes through the drive, up on the property, approaching our deck and my chain link fence. And I called my son who was in his room and he looked and he could see him out the window and went out and
We called the police. That was, he was arrested for violating the initial court order on that. I don't know what happened there, how he got out of jail, but
Okay, yeah, hold on, Mr. Sands. I'm gonna get to you.
yes, sir, sir.
No, I'm telling Mr. Sands to hold on. I think he wanted to say something.
That was 2 days after the court order. Hopefully, he got arrested.
All right. First of all, the issue that you inquired about, Mr. Haas, is the protection order violation. That case was just filed by the city of Lacey with the court today, so a court date has not yet been set.
So it wasn't a violation?
No, they filed a charge.
Oh, so I can get the, okay.
It was just filed with the court this morning.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
No court date has yet been set. Mr. Sands will be sent notice of what's called an arraignment date.
Okay,
That will be his first proceeding on the criminal charge.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of where I was supposed to go when I went and got my dog.
Okay, yeah, don't tell me anything about it.
Okay.
Because there is a criminal charge filed. Anything you say today, because you're under oath, could be used
I like
against.
I like to talk about it though.
Well, if you had an attorney, your attorney would say absolutely nothing at all about it. That's what your attorney would tell you. And that would be really good advice.
It is honestly a
So
misunderstanding.
Okay, do you understand?
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
understand. I understand.
Okay, so don't say anything yet. I'll ask you some questions here in a moment. And as to the issue about whether there were other charges filed, one of the times that you found Mr. Sands passed out and law enforcement showed up, I don't see anything filed by way of possession charges or use charges.
Right. Well, I went to Lacey Police Officer to find out, do a records request, and they said they couldn't release any information on it.
I'm telling you now, I don't see anything in here. Whether there's an ongoing investigation,
That's what they told me. That's all.
I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
There's no charge filed.
That's-
Just so you know.
Yeah, I get that. I just wanted to relay the events that as they occurred.
No, that's
And
fine.
it is the second time we found him out there.
Okay,
It's concerning.
Mr. Sands, let's talk about the issues the Haas's have raised, which is you communicating with them, you going on their property, you doing things to irritate them. You tell me about it.
I mean, as far as my music goes, I turn my music down, but I've never once went on the property besides once yesterday. And that was because my dog went and got on the property and I picked him up and I went to jail that day because I went and got my dog. And but I've never once been on the property besides that. And I have cameras to prove it. Even he's called 911 36 times in the past 2 months on me. And he watches me, everything I do. I mean, never once have I had a complaint about him, but he's got multiple, even the landlord said he's the one stalking me. Even she said that. My mom had proof of her text and the landlord concerning him watching me too, concerning me. He watches me too much.
And were you upset when Mr. Haas called law enforcement when you were passed out in the car?
Well, I was in my driveway. I had a long night from working and I passed out and they came. I never went to jail.
Right. Did you express your frustration to Mr. Haas that he called the law enforcement?
Well, I didn't know he called.
You didn't say anything to him?
I didn't know he called, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't aware that he was the one that called. Other than that, I don't talk to him. I avoid him. You know, mom wants to say a few things to him.
I'm sorry?
My mom would like to probably say a few things too.
Okay. Ma'am, you can come on up, sit next to your son. If you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
You may have a seat, and I'll ask you questions in a few minutes.
Okay.
Your Honor, could I ask?
I'll get back to you.
Sorry, I was afterthoughts.
Yep, I'll come back to you. Right, Ms. Sands, is that your last name?
It is.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you want to tell me?
Well, this has actually been going on for over a year now. I call him Scott, but his name's Michael.
Okay.
He hung up cameras and he's been doing 24/7 surveillance on lot 30. I have two mobiles, lot 29, which is next to them, and then one across the street. The car, yes, he does pull up on my lawn because I ask him to. I sometimes have to back the truck into that property because the previous owner, when I bought it, left a bunch of trash and we've been trying to get it out of there. This started over a year ago when he had called 911 to come out to the house and to do a welfare check on Cody because he was in the car sleeping, which is no surprise because there was no heating in the house and he was running the heater or had his dog in there, or he's got the air conditioning on because he doesn't want the dog to get cold or, get hot. It's not a surprise for him to be sleeping in the car. Later on that day, I asked Michael, I told him, I said, Cody's okay, and he completely went ballistic on me, started calling me names and threatened to actually kill me. And beat me up. And I did report that to the Lacey Police Department. This has just been ongoing. He blows up the 911 system, checking on Cody. He does 24/7 surveillance. Last week, he hung a camera in his window to lot 29, the other property. I mean, he's a stalker. He continuously monitors everything he does. I would just ask for him to leave him alone. Cody does have mental health problems. That's a given. But he doesn't have to sit there and harass him every single day and get up every morning and monitor everything that he does. Just leave him alone. Let him live his life. That's all we ask.
Okay. To your knowledge, has your son gone on to the Haas property?
He did the other day because his dog Gunther got out, and Cody is very worried that his dog's going to get away. So he chased him, which he ended up behind in the driveway, is I believe where he went. I don't think he went up to the back porch, but I don't know because I didn't see the camera footage. He told me he only went by the van, but he grabbed his dog. Otherwise, he would have never gone on their property. He was just chasing his dog. And he explained that to the officers. And Scott come running out of his house and said, "You're going to jail, you're going to jail." And that was the end of that. I mean, he went to jail.
Okay.
Because he protected his dog.
So when your son parks on your property, he's parking on your property, not on the Haas property?
Right. I have two trailers, and his address is actually lot 29. It's not lot 30. Yes, he's across the street, but he's also over at 29 as well. We've got two places.
Right. And when he does that, one of the complaints that the Haas's are making that you heard is that he'll be in his car and he plays his music loud, which they believe
He pulls
is...
into the driveway. He's got music on, which I've asked Cody many times. It's a daily reminder to Cody, please don't have the radio on when you come home because it disturbs Michael's mom, who Michael explained was dying. And so I told him, I said, look, it's a lot on her. Just don't have the music on. And he does. He has the music on. I've made repeated requests. Anytime, I've got a letter here from Woodland Village if you want it. All of Michael's complaints have been around the music. And one time he was out on the scooter. There's never been any complaints about Cody harassing or Cody stalking or Cody doing anything. And it's right here. if you'd like to have it.
What is it?
It's a letter from Wooded Village, where we live. It's from the manager.
If you're going to show it to me, make sure you show it to the Haas's first so they can see it.
Sure. My only concern, Your Honor, is that in all of this, there's never been any complaint about harassment, stalking, violence, anything like that. I know Mike and I exchanged some words long ago, and I stopped my contact with him at that point.
Right. And you can hand it up to me once they've seen it.
Did I respond to that?
Yeah, I'll give. I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh,
so
no,
there's
I mean
nothing.
what you just said.
Well, yeah, I'm going to come back to you.
Yeah, no. Can I bring this up?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm going to keep this.
Yeah, there's your copy.
I'll make that in the record. Thank you.
Wooded Village is okay with you guys contacting them.
Well, we don't do our own investigation. We use the evidence that's provided here in court. So, Mr. Haas, you had something else you wanted to add?
Yes, the harassment and the threats were just recently, but I was saying harassment because Teresa, as well as his mom, just admitted he plays music all loud when he comes in and leaves hours of the night. And we talked to the landlord, and she's just not willing to do anything pretty much. She barely responds to anything we're saying. She just says, send her the videos and she'll talk to him. And we were advised that she has spoke with him back in January. And it seems like it's gotten worse since she talked to him. It's just, the reason I complain is because mom is sleeping or disturbed. Every time she says something, I take a video or I send something to the landlord. I'm her caregiver. I don't have any tenants or rights there, so I can't really do anything. So, I mean, I don't know if it counts as harassment, but he knows that he's playing the music loud. He knows it's annoying my mom. He's been advised by the landlord. His mom just admitted that he does it. It needs to stop. I mean, it is getting worse. And then with this whole thing the other day with the arrest and then threatened me, and I just want it just to be quiet so she can live out whatever time she has left.
Yeah.
Stay away from the house and keep noise down, I guess. I don't think it's too much to ask. I'm not trying to complain overly. I know he's got issues. We tried didn't file anything last year in October when he came over and threatened us because of the other call, trying to give it time, and this is enough time. It hasn't been a year. It was last October that they moved in.
Okay.
It's enough.
So, Cody, what's going on with the music? Can you stop playing the music?
I turned it down. I play Call of Duty, so I turned it down.
Well, okay. If you're in the car between the houses, you don't need to do that, right?
No,
because you know it's bothering
Yeah.
neighbors. I mean, they filed a court case for pizza.
No, I know it. That's why I don't turn my music up.
Okay, but everybody says you do.
It'll
Your mom talks to you about it.
I'll stop.
Neighbors are talking about
I'll
it.
stop.
Okay, you will stop.
Yes, I will stop.
Okay.
Yeah, my word.
And you can really pull into the parking spot and not have your music on.
You have my word, Your Honor.
You'll stop before you pull into the parking.
Yeah, completely. I won't listen to music anywhere near them. Yeah, my word.
So,
okay, just a second.
I believe in honest with you.
Okay, can I believe what you're telling me?
Yeah, I've already gave my word.
And you won't say anything to Mr. Haas or his mom?
No, I will not.
You'll be respectful of the neighbors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Haas, you added one thing.
Just wanted to add, earlier said he was working. I don't believe he's employed. I guess that's neither here nor there. And the Call of Duty music from inside the house, the bass really drives her nuts during the day. I've made lots of calls in the last three weeks to the landlord. That's true. So if that could be quashed, that would be great too, because it's just enough bass to make her go, "Is that you?" or "Are you up?" or something going on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
Okay. Well, can
I'm
I ask?
sorry.
Okay. Can I ask you to be respectful? There is a limit to what a court can do in that regards. There are noise limitations in the county, and you have to get law enforcement out and they measure the level of noise. And if it's over a certain decibel, they can do something about it. If it's not over a certain decibel, they can't. So there are real restrictions about what can happen. But what we really depend on are people being good human beings and good neighbors and respectful of the people around them. So Mr. Sands has indicated to me that he's not going to do that. He's going to be, I promise. He's going to be a courteous and polite neighbor.
We've heard that.
So, well, I understand, but he's told me this and we're on the record. And,
okay.
He's promised me he's going to do that. So I'm going to take him at his word. All right. I'm not going to enter any order today. But you have the right to come back if the actions persist and make the request. But I'm going to give Cody a chance to show me that he's going to comply with what he's told me.
I'd like to add that I don't have them under surveillance. I got my gun rights back because of the issue last year, and I have a Roku camera that covers the entire driveway. It's not pointed directly at them. I'd also like to state that he has a Ring camera mounted 9 feet up on the outer post pointing directly in my room.
Okay. All right.
That's my last complaint.
Okay. So.
Can I add something to that?
No, we don't need to add anything to
Okay. I was just going to add his address. I don't want you to send anything to lot 30 because we do not receive mail there.
Okay.
And he doesn't realize that.
Well, we're going to give copies today since everybody's present.
They don't receive mail. There's not going to be an order in effect at all, is that correct?
Correct. There's not going to be an order in effect. I'm going to, I'm going to challenge Mr. Sands to live up to what he's told me.
That's fair. That's fine. I understand.
We're going to make copies for you. We can just do one copy per family.
Your Honor? Yeah. You said the violation was just filed today?
The criminal charge was just filed today.
Can I get the case number for that?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm not sure it's been assigned. I'll check and see if it's been assigned a case number.
They said they're going to dismiss it.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is filed. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so let me, we're going to give you each a copy of the order that I've signed, which denies the protection order request. But I'm denying it because Cody's promised me that there won't be any further issues. He's going to be quiet in his car. He's not going to engage in noise that bothers Ms. Haas. And you won't have any contact with them. No. You don't say anything to them. You don't go on their property, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, my word.
So you have the right to refile a petition if that happens, but I'm
hoping for the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Cody a chance to live up to what he's
Absolutely
telling the court. And thank you. All right. Let's bring peace to the neighborhood.
Oh, let's hope so.
Okay.
Stand up and put your
And Mr. Bosnott, why don't you come on up and have a seat right here?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Wagner, if you'll activate your audio and video, please. Or Mr. Wagner, I'm sorry. And Mr. Wagner, you indicate that Mr. Fosnot lives next door to you at his mother's house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you had told Mr. Fosnot you didn't want him engaging in landscaping actions on your property, and you told him not to come on, and since then you said he's been verbally harassing you? Is that in essence what's going on?
So the whole self-proclaimed neighborhood maintenance, yard maintenance person guy, Mr. Fosnod, has been added since I moved in there, and it's absolutely escalated since the beginning of April. He came over and asked that my landlord had asked him to do yard maintenance if the tenant doesn't mind. And I said, I do mind. I do not want it. And he has taken it up on himself to go into my property, open the gates, go in there, let himself in and out. He's been on my front lawn. He has removed all the beauty bark, replaced it with rock. There's an HOA. I have his muddy handprints all over the side of my place. It's gotten to a point where, like, I've yelled at him to stop. I work in a manufacturing environment 10 hours a day. I have to go to work at 4:30 in the morning. He's out there with his lawn equipment sometimes till 9, 10 o'clock at night. In the meantime, this had stopped. He had apologized. He had said, hey, I'm going to be better about this. And then right after that, he turns around and does it again. And it gotten to a point where it seems like he holds off with his yard work until I get home from work. And then he starts it just to get a rise out of me. It stopped for a little while. Then he's got some mental issues. And then he began heavily drinking again, started it again. And I approached him. I said, oh, we're back to this. And that's when he got aggressive towards me. And he's like, listen, I like you, but you have no right here. You just rent here. This isn't your home. I do whatever I want. And he's been cursing at me, calling me names. And at this point, I called the police. The police came and talked to him. Nothing changed. He then turned around to start threatening me. He started saying, I don't know if I can say this, he's going to kick my A, you know? He was on my front lawn, drunk, throwing bottles at the grass. He's like, come out here. We'll solve this right now. I'll kick your ass. Daddy going to teach you a lesson. I called the cops again. They came. It got to a point where he's like outside in my alley screaming at me. I have this all on video. I tried to turn it all in, but the gentleman at the counter said he can't. First, he told me I had to bring in a flash drive, so I brought this SD card in, and then he tells me, "Oh, we can't use that. None of the court has SD drives." So then I ran out of time. I tried to get the police reports. The police never gave me anything. Then he's out there basically, test me, try me again, call the cops. He's half naked in my driveway in front of my garage door. I opened my garage door to go cook dinner on my Blackstone. He's standing right there. He won't go away. He's threatening me. He's screaming at me. He's belligerently drunk almost every day. The last 2 weeks have been nice and quiet because we've had this order in place. But when this order first got served, he's already violated that order within 5 hours. He went to jail. 5 days later, he's violated the order again. And then we had a court hearing, and unfortunately, I was provided the wrong information by the court office, and I wasn't able to attend, so this got dropped. I'm trying to live my life in peace and not have this person constantly harass me, constantly. The whole neighborhood had enough of it. And then doing the yard work for everyone, that's one thing. But when I tell you no, you're going to start threatening me? Absolutely not. This needs to end. This has to stop.
All right. So for your information, the case wasn't dropped. There's a hearing on the 16th of June at 10 o'clock in the morning.
No, that's not the one that I'm saying was dropped. The first temporary order was dropped 2 weeks ago.
Okay, there's a criminal charge that has a hearing on the 16th of June.
Yes, there's a criminal charge that is for when he violated the order the first time.
Okay, I just want to make sure you understood that.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And that criminal order, I believe, doesn't state no trespassing onto my property. That's why I went and refiled it, because the one that got dropped did state do not trespass. And he likes to do that. with the reasoning that I only rent there and I have no rights. Well, it's not his place. The police told him if I say no, it's no. He's argued with the police about it. The man is a danger to himself and the public. He's literally asked the police officer to tase him and to shoot him. I have that all on video.
Okay, all right. Mr. Fosna?
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say?
No, honestly, I have nothing to say. I mean, I just try to help the public, and I helped the whole block. And he did tell me, no, do not. I don't want you coming over here. And I didn't mean to, but then I accidentally stepped on to his property. Then this is where we're at.
Okay. All right.
I just try to help. I try to help people.
Okay.
I really do. I mean, I cleaned his coolers out for him for nothing. I don't want no money. I don't get paid for it. I just do it just to help people. Anyway, I do want to add one more thing. I will not step on his property. I will not. I'm not a violent person. I've never hurt anybody in my life.
So where do you live in regards to?
I live with my mother.
Right. So right next door to
yes. So
Mr. Wagner.
our property, yes. So we have a block that has about 5 houses, right? Okay. And I mow the whole block. I put stone down all for free, all on my own dime. Try to help people.
Okay.
And then, boy, and it's funny because at first, okay, so Jason Barrett is the landlord, the owner of that property. And he said, do whatever you want. And I asked him before, he said, go ahead, do whatever you want. But he did tell me before, I'm not gonna lie, he did tell me, I don't want it, because we got an argument. I just bought him $30 worth of marijuana. I mean, I gave him free weed. For his birthday. Then I gave him, oh my God, I helped him so many.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. I'm getting a little excited.
All right. As I sense you understand already, Mr. Fosnut, Mr. Wagner has the right to say you can't come on his property. He said that you can't go onto his property.
I won't.
So you're to have no contact with Mr. Wagner. You're not to go onto his property. You're not to subject him to any harm.
Oh, I would never hurt
Okay.
anybody.
All right. You've made that clear to me. Okay. So I've signed an order to that effect, Mr. Wagner. The order will be in effect for 1 year from today's date. If you need it renewed, you'll have to come back to court and ask for it to be renewed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And we're going to give Mr. Fosnut a copy of the order since he's present in court. And Mr. Wagner, a copy will be in the electronic file at district court if you wish to get a copy yourself.
Thank you. May I be excused?
May, thank you. And Mr. Fosnut, just sit tight. As soon as we get a copy, we'll give it to you.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Honestly, I am a good person. I really am. I try
This
to
doesn't
help.
mean you're not. It just means you can't have any contact with Mr. Wagner.
No, I understand that. No, I get it. Yeah. Oh, well, he's going to be out in September, I believe. Thank God.
Well, I don't know what.
He is.
But Joey has a drinking problem.
I do have a
and that
problem
is
with
an
alcohol.
issue.
I do.
But he has seizures from not, well, I think he's been a rehab several times and he's gonna go back
Yeah.
again.
There's a lot of work that I got to do to myself. A
Well,
lot.
that's always important to know about yourself, to know yourself.
I
well.
definitely do
And
know
he does
myself.
know he needs help, he does. And he's had a lot of good people helping him, but he, well, no matter how much I ask.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Julianne McCormick, 260-646-780.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Buckley, the attorney on behalf of Julie McCormick for sentencing. Ms. McCormick is to my left. Please identify yourself.
All right, just give me 1 second here. This was, is this the one? This isn't the one that shut down all the Veterans Parkway, was it? Was it? Yes?
Yes, sir. I hit a tower pole.
I know. I just didn't know if this was the same incident. I said, I saw that that was the area you struck a pole. Is anybody here from DTE? We sent them a letter for the record, the damage claims department on Haggerty on May the 8th. And if anybody could conceivably be on, from DTE,
No one's on Zoom, Judge.
no one at all?
No.
Okay, well, this was scheduled for 8:30, I believe, 8:30, and it's now 9:23, so,
My insurance paid that out.
okay, that's fine. But you gotta be careful.
Yeah, yes.
So she pled to operating with, while impaired due to the consumption of drugs. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review it? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
John, we've had the opportunity to review it, no additions, corrections, or deletions. We are asking, because of her schedule, and she works very hard, actually puts in more than 40 hours a week. In lieu of the court work program, if she could do some community service, and that is a judge.
Ma'am, do you have, anything that you would like to add here? And by the way, can I see your proof that you've been attending, or did you show it to your lawyer that you've been attending AANA?
No, I'm sorry, I left it at.
Why?
I didn't know I was supposed to bring.
Go get it. Okay? You sure you got it? You're not gonna come back here and tell me you lost it, the dog ate it?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you live again? Live in Brownstown.
Right now, I'm living in Canada.
Go get it, or have somebody bring it to you. Okay? You're sure you're gonna have it there? You're sure you're gonna have it?
Yes.
Okay, go get it.
Very good, Chuck.
Put it aside.
Oh. Like right now.
Yes.
As opposed to when? I told you when I gave you the form, when I told you to go to AA, and I tell everybody this, that every time you come to court, you have to bring the form with you, the signed form. Pardon? You didn't go to AA or NA, did you?
I do. I went to 2 classes.
Okay, so I ordered this on May the 7th. I said, wait,
It's very good.
wait. It's twice a week, I said.
Right.
That means 14, 21, 28, the 4th. You should have gone to at least 9 meetings by now. So you tell me you forgot it, then you fess up and say you went to, man, you drove into a pole. You had the whole city block closed down. So you're not going to take this seriously.
Yes,
If you're not going to take this seriously, you and I are not going to get along.
can't take it very seriously.
Well, you can't be because you didn't comply with my order.
It's very hard for me to do it because I work after the shift.
Man.
Judge, in addition to that, with all due respect, she is on probation in Wyandotte on a separate charge.
What's that for?
She had Adderall, which was unprescribed.
Was that another drug driving?
It was not, Judge. It was not. It was not.
So possession of an analog?
That's correct, yes.
Man.
I do fan meetings so that
I don't know why that didn't make it on the record. Let me double check something here. They usually will tell me.
Judge, the court is aware of that. In addition to that, she's been doing the fan meetings, to avoid any future.
That's not even on her record with Wyandotte. You know
It
that?
doesn't make any sense. It
Makes no sense.
In fact, she's been on probation for 5 months in Wyandotte. Just say the 27th district.
Yeah, I get it. Let's get more serious by the minute here. You're on probation. And was she on probation at the time of this event?
That is correct, Judge. She was.
So she got to face a probation violation in front of Judge DeSantis.
Judge, I don't know if there was a show cause hearing. Not aware of it.
But she was.
And she's indicated to me that there has not been a show cause hearing.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
Yes, and I told my probation officer and she said, let me know how it goes.
Well, it's not going to go too well. I can't have, you're not taking this.
I know, I'm kidding.
You caused a whole city block to be knocked out for how long? Do you know? I went over there for breakfast one day and I couldn't believe it. Everything was shut down. How long was that going on? Do you know? I'm asking you a question. It was more than a few hours.
Judge, I think it was throughout the evening and then the next part of the next.
So she was on probation for taking an analog. She goes out and drives. She drives into a DTE pole, shuts down the whole block. I tell her to go to AANA twice a week. She tells me she did, but she left it at home, and then she fesses up and tells me she went twice. Now, that does not sound like somebody who's taking this seriously. You're not taking it seriously. Please don't tell me you're taking it seriously.
I did 2 classes.
You were supposed to go to 11. I thought we already covered that, or 9, did I say? 9.
It's very hard to do it work schedule.
You should have thought about that before you did what you did. What days do you work?
She was Mondays through Friday.
Sometimes 7 days.
Then you're making a lot of money. How much you make per hour? You get paid overtime when you work Saturday and Sunday? Yes?
Yes.
That's $33 an hour on Saturday? Yes? How much you make on Sunday? Double time? Or not? So you're making $44 an hour. So you're making 320. You're making $342 to be there on Sunday. You're not really working 7 days a week. You're telling me 7 days a week because you want to cover the fact that you haven't been to AA or NA.
I work 6 days.
If I catch you lying to me,
No, I'm not lying.
no, ma'am. When I catch people lying to me, that tells me they have no. Do I have to go so far as to have you bring your pay stubs to me? Do I really have to do that?
Judge, I don't think it's necessary because of the fact that when we were talking prior to this sentencing, she indicated that she was very overwhelmed with the responsibilities she has at work.
Anything else anybody wants to say?
Judge, I believe she's going to be successful. She's, because of her mental health issues, these are prescribed medications. No excuse, but nonetheless, medications that were used were prescribed on that horrible day.
She's taking something else that wasn't prescribed, right?
I didn't take that.
On probate when out of the wind-up case.
No, what the judge is referring to that it was in her pocket, Judge, but nonetheless, she should.
She wasn't carrying it around in her pocket, not to consume it or ingest it. I'm not arguing with you, Mr. D.
By what time would you want her back, Judge?
No, I'm gonna sentence her now.
Okay. Judge, again, like I said, this person that I'm dealing with has been through a very difficult separation. She basically has custody of her 7-year-old daughter, and this is a very overwhelmed person. quite frankly, I don't know how she works, you know, I mean, we know how she works. She's taking all these medications at this point, but it's having a devastating impact on her. She attends those meetings, fan meetings that will, you know, that address this kind of an issue.
How often?
I believe once a week. So it's not like she's trying to avoid her responsibilities, although she was remiss in not the NA responsibilities.
Where do you attend those at?
Wait, at the rate, that's it.
Is that ordered by Judge DeSantis?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Judge, again, even though, you know, you can't mitigate these damage on that day how Trenton was affected, but she's been serious about it, and I don't think we'll see her again after, you know, the next year after this is completed. And she's quite remorseful, and I think this incident has affected her every day. She made a statement to me stating that if anybody else was, you know, in lieu of anybody else being injured, she wished she were dead.
So you can't listen. Is she still seeing somebody for mental health treatment? Are you seeing somebody?
Say yes, sir.
Yes.
Whatever she's doing this with, any probation with Judge DeSantis, these things can kind of run, pretty much run concurrent. So if she, but I'm gonna place you on probation for 15 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substances. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs, and I do not want you to fail, but I'm getting concerned now. Weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 2. If you're clean, I'll make it monthly thereafter. You're going to attend AA, NA, or any combination of AA, NA in a fan meeting twice a week until you're in an intensive outpatient treatment program. I'm ordering intensive outpatient treatment. Once you get into intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to attend AA or NA as far as I'm concerned. Whatever Judge DeSantis is ordering, you have to follow her order too. You understand that? I'm also ordering the victims impact panel that is one night that is put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. I'm going to order 6 days jail credit 1. I'm going to let you serve 4 of those by way of the court work program. 1 day of community service. So community service, I'm going to order 8 hours, and that has to be done by July the 31st. I'm going to let you do the 4 court work program days instead of jail. And there's a $35 charge for that per day for a total of $140. I do want you to continue your mental health treatment and provide proof, okay? I'm going to even make a note here. And I don't really ever do this because it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed, and I don't want that. I do want you to get some rehabilitation here. Court work program days can be started as late as November.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, the reason I say that is if you're overwhelmed, I don't want to set you up to fail, okay? You got to be careful here. The driving pattern here, everything I saw scares me. Pay fines of $300, costs of $200, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $6 1/4, screening fees $60 for $685. There are probation fees of $300 for a total of $985. Cost of recovery is $225 for a total for a total of 1210. And then you have your court work program fees. That's more than I want it to be, but $1,350. I'll set up a payment plan with you. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for up to 93 days. By law, if you stay out of trouble, you don't have any violations within the preceding 90 days, after 7.5 months, you're eligible for early discharge. You have 21 days to appeal my decision and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? All right. Okay, now she's going to meet with probation. I want you to understand, I expect you to go back to AANA twice a week, or any combination of that and fan meetings. You can do 1 and 1. If you're going to satisfy Judge DeSanto's order, you can go once a week to fan meetings and then once a week here, okay? At AANA. But every time you go, you have to have the form signed. Every time you come to court, whether to see me or your probation officer, you have to bring the form with you in case you were fibbing about going at all, and have placed that someplace we don't know. My court officer, is going to give you another form. You have to go in person. Do you understand? All right. Now, I'm going to let you set up your own payment plan, okay? You understand that?
Yes.
You tell me how much you can pay today, if anything, and you tell me how much you can pay weekly, bi-weekly, whatever you want. Let's start with how much you can afford. Do you have anything today?
$60.
Now you tell me how much you can afford to pay going forward. I'll let you do 100 a month. That means you'll have it.
I have a lot.
You don't have to explain. 50 now, 100 a month, starting July the 1st, and the 1st of every month thereafter until paid. You will have to have all your fines and costs paid before you make your application for early discharge, okay? All right, you'll meet with your probation officer, go down the hall and pay your $50, and you'll meet with them. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you. Let's start with this. I have Timothy Jamie Whittle, 25B148379. A.
Good morning.
I have 25B148379. C. 25T645972A. 25B148379B. And I also have 21F235726A. All right. Mr. Whittle, your name?
Timothy Jamie Whittle.
Mr. Graziani?
John Graziani, attorney on behalf of Timothy Whittle, Judge.
So I revoked his status, his 7411 status, after he pled guilty. He had multiple violations. And then I set it over here for a sentencing date on this charge. I'd initially sentenced him to clear all warrants by February 20 of 26, serve 3 days on the court work program, attend outpatient treatment. And we've got
Just very briefly, he was incarcerated in Wayne County Jail. He got out this past Friday.
How long was he in custody?
14 days, Judge. We have the evidence. But the reason being, Judge, is that was a separate matter in Lincoln Park, and in lieu of paying fines and court costs, he an old past matter, Judge. And he's still dealing with the court dates. He's already set up dates to deal with the warrants, Judge. In fact, he's taking.
Can you give me a first page of a register of actions? I'm sorry, go ahead.
He's continued taking these steps, Judge. In addition to that, he paid $283 in the past several weeks to address, the amount of fines and court costs that your court imposes.
You need the first page of a misdemeanor?
Right here. That one. Heather, can you have somebody bring down a misdemeanor register of actions? We're out of them.
I found it.
Oh, okay.
Got some of.
Remind me, did he pay his fines on this? The
He has
admission,
not paid everything, Judge. He recently paid $280.
how much does he owe on that now, Heather? On the 379A file, that's the only one I'm addressing right now.
379A has a balance of $680.
And he didn't attend outpatient treatment either. You don't want to listen to people, do you? You kind of think you know it all, right?
He's been really taking steps. Go ahead if you'd like to talk. My outpatient treatment has been scheduled since the court date before last, but it was like all of them are just getting, don't know how to get in right until the level. That's the earliest they could have got me. Judge, he's been aggressive about it. Again, for a guy who's barely making, pay $280, it's a tremendous accomplishment. Just to let you know that at work, I mean, the factory job, he couldn't have this job if he didn't pass the drug test. He's tested once a month on the job. Is that correct, Mr. Whittle?
When are you scheduled for your intake on your outpatient?
June 11th, it's definitely 3 days from now. And it's been scheduled for quite some time.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Let's just take these one at a time. He's got all kinds of time to pay issues on these others.
Just what I've said, and so the court takes into consideration this man's caught between a rock and a hard place, and he's basically homeless. He sleeps in his car.
Why'd you let that happen? Call. Yeah, and I tell her I need the screening report on this.
December 2025, this past December, I got arrested one home, and I stand in warrants. Yeah, I this court.
The same warrants I told you to clear at the time of the original sentence by February 20th, right?
I'm making progress. It's not on everything.
Listen to you. Listen to me. He's a well-spoken kid. What are you doing? Did you graduate?
Yes. So I'm in college right now.
Where?
Washington Community College.
And what are you doing for a living?
I work at the factory. We draw transmissions for Ford.
Which one? How much do you make an hour?
60.
How many hours you working?
40 hours a week, watching overtime, Saturdays, whenever it calls.
Judge, where are your parents?
My mom's passed, and my dad, St. Louis is there. Judge, also, he had the job at Famous Days, and he lost it while he was in the, what do you call it, Wayne County Jail.
For what? What was he in the Wayne County Jail for?
Go ahead, explain the matter, Lincoln. Judge Zelenik out of Lincoln Park, he asked me, gave me an ultimatum, me to do 14 days and pay $1,200 that day, and I didn't have $1,200. And so my daughter was in the hospital, and last 2 weeks still, we could tell when I was in jail. Did you do the full 14 days? Well, for more, because I was older too.
Because you what?
So
How you doing? Your name?
Madeline Restoration?
Yeah, good morning. Can I see that screen, please? So you've had a rough go of it, kinda, huh?
And I'm not trying to use it.
No, I don't want you to, I didn't say you were trying to use any.
I just
Hang on. So you got a daughter that's 8 now, probably, right? In a B&E vehicle to steal property less than 200 back in 18. Otherwise, it's pretty unremarkable, except you just decided you weren't ever going to show up for court. Dry well suspend, you got a ton of those warrants that you didn't show up on.
Judge, regarding the warrants, he is setting up dates. He has set up.
You're going to ruin your life. I know. I just want to talk to him a second. You're going to ruin your life, and you're a well-spoken kid. You are a well-spoken kid, and you are going to ruin your life if you continue on this little journey that you're on. I'm dead serious. These are the most important years of your life. You're what, 24 or 5 now? always thought 19, 17 to 25, 26 is the most important years, and you're just.
And yeah.
Ma'am,
Sorry.
you gotta take your phone out of the courtroom, please. Whatever that was, it's gotta go. Thank you. I know, but you're gonna have to leave the courtroom with your phone or whatever that is.
Ma'am, the judge said.
Ma'am, you have to leave the
You gotta take the
courtroom,
phone out.
okay? Talk to your dad.
Contact 3 years ago, I broke up a relationship with. And so I was going to talk to Miss O'Donnell about taking like 2 days to go down on St. Louis to like to go to her funeral
When's the funeral?
next month.
What, were they divorced?
They got married and then they was both in the Navy, and my mom did her 20 years, my dad didn't, and it didn't work out. I guess I've never seen much of them growing up. I never got the full story of their relationship regarding me. My mom never had any bad things to say about, but she never really experienced much of the dad growing up. She lost me. So, like,
You what?
I'll reach out to him now and talk to him later.
How often's regularly?
Once a week. No, once a week. Yeah, about once a week.
So you guys are on good terms?
Yeah. Our conversations mostly about sports. See every sports go. We talk about baseball. We've had more than 10 court dates since the first time you saw me in December. And taking every single thing you say to me, every single time you say it to me, every single.
You're a very sincere kid. You can go a long way. Yeah, I'm gonna do. You spent 14 days in jail, right? How many days did you spend in jail?
I think it was 14 on there, like 16. The weekend, the other 4, and then this weekend.
Give me 1 second. You guys might get tired sitting there for a minute, so if you want to sit down, feel free. You want to, Rick John, sir?
I'm all set, Judge. Thank you so much.
Be honest with me. When's the last time, look at me in the eye. When is the last time you used a drug? Any kind of drug?
Hey.
A month ago? A month and a half ago?
2 months ago.
What other, this was a cocaine case.
Never in my life used cocaine. I don't play guilty to that because the public attorney the defender I had on the case said he would adjourn it if I didn't agree to his terms. With extra adjournment. So I just agreed. But I didn't even have it. I never did no drugs. Didn't drink alcohol with my friends. Like any other college kid. And I used to smoke weed heavily in high school, but I didn't even smoke it that much before the probation started. So that's why
Do you have any other probation going on? Heather, I just want to confirm on 379B, he owes 125?
379B has a zero balance. He paid that off today.
Judge, that was a part of the 283.
I can either send him to Judge Hessen on this other one. How much does he owe on 21F235-726A?
275.
You want to go to Judge Hessen or you want me to either? Are you okay with that?
Judge, I have no problems.
Here's what I want you to do. What does he owe on 379C?
275 also.
What does he owe on 25P645-972A?
That has a zero balance. That was also paid off today.
All right. So on 25T645-972A, I'll make a note. He paid the balance in full. Case closed. On 5726A, well, I'm sorry. On 25B148379B, he paid that in full. True?
That is correct.
Case closed. On 25B148379C, he owes 275, right?
That's correct.
On 21F235726A, he owes 275, right?
Correct.
And on 25B148379A, he owes 680, right?
Yes.
On 25B148379C, it's a sentence of the court. You pay 275 or serve 16 days. Credit 16, which is served in Lincoln Park. On 21F235-726A, it's a sentence of the court that you pay 275 or serve 16 days. Credit 16 that the defendant served in Lincoln Park. On the case that I'm here to sentence you on 25B148379A, for which you didn't serve your court work, all that, I'm simply going to say that you are going to serve 16 days jail, credit 16. I'm closing that case. I'm going to believe in you. Now, I want you to listen to me. You have a lot of potential. You're smart. Take this and run with it, will you please? You don't have to thank me. I believe in you. When you're doing well, will you come back and tell me? And now you can leave the state if you're not on probation anywhere. Tell your dad that you got a good young man with him and tell him that the judge said that he really thinks you guys could have a great relationship. Best of luck to you, young man. I wish you well. Thanks. I don't know what I did with the screening report. It's probably in one of these files. Will one of you guys dig it out for me? Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Come back and tell me when you're running the Pentagon or something. Good luck. DeJuan Wilson, DeJuan Andre Wilson, 23B143901C. B 232OM 286 2OM 786 266 C B A and 23B143901A.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Granada, P7841, MIDC counsel for Mr. Wilson.
Your name?
Wow, Wilson, sir. Your Honor, again, Mr. Wilson came in on his own volition today to try to get these resolved. I believe that the objective is to try to get his license back. He met with the Secretary of State last week, and it turns out all he has to do is to get these resolved here in Woodhaven. I think there was one other jurisdiction, right?
That's in Dearborn.
In Dearborn, and he will be having to retake his test.
He lives in Brownstown, right?
Yes, sir.
How far is Nadine from here?
Not far at all, sir.
I know. So why haven't you been here? I got a case you've had open since 23. Another one since 23.
Yes, sir.
Another one since 2020. Another one since 2020. Another one since 2020.
Yes, sir.
I hope he's got some money. This one's a little late for me, okay?
Your Honor, if I could tell you a little bit about Mr. Wilson.
Does he stand mute, wait formal reading?
He does.
Just give me a minute. I can't wait to hear what you're gonna tell me.
Well, Your Honor,
I mean, I'm just sitting here wondering. I know you guys got a tough job. I mean, it's.
Your Honor, if I could, Mr. Wilson's 43 years old. He's single. He has 3 minor children, 11-year-old girl, 18-year-old girl, and a 8-year-old boy. He is currently renting in Brownstown Township. He works for a company called Hollingsworth. They're an auto parts supplier. He's been with them for 5.5 years, and he's their plant manager.
How much does he make?
Pardon me?
How much does he make?
He earns roughly 2,000 every 2 weeks. We may not qualify for emergency counsel, but I believe that the fact, given his background, given his strong working background, and the fact that he's come in on his own volition to take care of these, he does want to get these behind him. I believe he's not that there is no, I believe, very little risk that he'll fail to appear at his next hearing. And given the nature of the charges, I believe he's not a danger to the community. Therefore, we would ask the court to consider a uplifted bond.
If I was you right now, I wouldn't say a lot. I mean, you can talk all you want now if you want to. I'm just telling you, if I was you, I'm not you, because I wouldn't fold this nonsense with court and not show up and have multiple missed court dates. You can talk if you want. I'm just telling you, if I was you, I wouldn't, but that's up to you. You want to say something? How disrespectful can you be? So you come to us now because you want your license back. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe I don't think you deserve a license. You've been thumbing your nose at us for 6 years. Maybe I want to set this for 2032. I might. I could. But here's the difference. We're a lot more fair with people than they are with us. If I was as fair with you, I could easily put this out to 2032. You waited for 6 years to screw with us, and now we're supposed to be the understanding. Right? Right?
Listen.
Just look at all these split dates. I gave you multiple opportunities. Adjourned it. You know, tell you what, I'll give you a personal bond on all the civil infractions. How much does he owe on 20M 786-266A, Heather?
266A, he has a balance of 621.
3,000, 10% on that. You're gonna have to post $300 on that one to secure your release. I'll give you a personal bond on the 2023B143901A. I'll give you $1,000 personal bond, but you're gonna post at least 300. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Is this gonna be July 1, Heather?
That's correct, Judge.
We're gonna set these for July 1. I hope you can post. Can you post?
You need to vote today, sir?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you out until you do. You've been playing around with us. I can't believe how many times you did this.
Well, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna change my mind.
Well, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna change my mind. So I hope you've got somebody you can call to bring $300. If not, unfortunately, you're gonna be sitting in there. Do we have an earlier court date?
We could set an earlier one, Judge. Let me
You can't post. I'll give you the.
Let me go back and see. His other cases with Brownstown, correct? The one he has not been.
I'm gonna give him personal bonds on all those.
I just wanted, because that's the date I'm gonna go back. So for him to come back on all of them. We could do Wednesday, Brownstown's here for Judge Hessen if he doesn't post. But then our next Brownstown date is the 17th.
So if you can't post, I can give you next Wednesday.
That's what's the pay, sir?
No, I can give you an earlier court date if you don't think you could come up with the bond.
And how much is the bond today?
$300. It's way too low.
I can pay that next week, sir.
I'm not giving it till next week.
Okay, so just so I'm understanding.
You're gonna have to post $300 or you're going into lockup until I'll give you the earliest court date. There were too many misses here. Too many cases. They've been going on for 6 years. I hate to do it too, but you act like a criminal and a fugitive. I'm sorry. That's the way it's gonna be. So you're gonna have to have a seat. We'll let you make as many phone calls as you need to, okay?
Your Honor, if I could, I have 2 other folders in front of Judge Hessen. I don't understand why they're split between 2 judges. They're the same offenses. I believe it's possible they're 2 different dates. But I again, just to let you know that I have to arraign him in front of Judge Hessen this morning.
Okay. Well, he's not going in. Well, so you're gonna go into the courtroom and you're gonna sit in the jury box there. You got it? Court officer will take you over there. You're in custody until you can post that. 300. Come on back up here. People against Wilson, DeJuan, Andre Wilson, 2OM 786-266A, 233-143901A, 2OM 786-266B, C, 23B143901B. Your name?
Andre Wilson, sir.
Your name? Peter Granada, P78413, and I'm the seat counsel for Mr. Wilson.
And you still live on Nadine?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you a $3,000 personal bond on this 266A. I'm promising you this. You don't show up on these court dates, I'm going to call the chief of Brownstown and I'm going to have you, I'm going to arrest you. You understand?
Yes,
They'll do that for me. They'll have cars out there all day long. You won't be able to come and go anywhere. You won't be able to go to your dumpster and put garbage in. And if you don't show up, I'm telling you, I'm going to set a bond you won't make. Do we understand?
Yes, sir. We do.
Thank you, Judge.
You don't deserve it. I don't know why I'm doing it. I truly don't. You do not deserve this break. I'll see you here on the specified court date. Good luck.
Well, he got off easy in the end. Dadgummit. Good luck, dude. Good luck. Judge Dad does not like it when you do not show up to court for 6 years. Oh my dear Lord. We had a long night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We started off with some really crazy stuff with the Judge Middleton cases there, with the case, with the lady in her beau, the kept man. Oh my Lord. Then we rolled right on through Washington State with some PPOs. Man, those were weird. They're always kind of weird, right? And that's not all of them. Just want to throw that out there. I cut one out to save for Saturday. So stay tuned for Saturday for another PPO that is just as weird as the ones we saw today. Didn't feel like we had too much to go through. All that Judge McNally, that lady who took out a light pole, and had a whole business district down for a whole day or more. Hey, you know, when Judge McNally went to get his lunch or his breakfast or whatever it was, and the whole business district was shut down, you know that chapped out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you most especially Specs, Natasha Kitty, and Natasha Kitty, and Natasha Kitty, and Natasha Kitty. Oh my God, all these little presents and state clothes and sunshines and all the crazy stuff. It's all awesome. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to let the credits roll here. Say a very special thank you to our VIP supporters out there. and our regular supporters, and our lurkers, our mamas, our daddies, our friends, our brothers, our sisters, Terry Bosworth, Michael, Shiloh, Jamer, Stephen, Dobby, Hardstick, Lone Wolf, why are you here? Conticons, how are you doing? Fat Boy is back and Allie is from Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl's last order of the squirrels has it all taken care of, and Mortimer Duke is keeping it all between the lines, unlike Northwest. Northwest is facing Northwest. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your Lone Wolf Who's. We do this. We do this little get together every single night of the week, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where I get together a bunch of court cases from the day, and we look at them. We look, we watch, chat in the chat right over there, and we say things that come to our mind that we think we should say at that time, and most of the time it's kind of funny. Very often it's very apt. And on any day of the week, you can find a assorted number of cautionary tales to sort through. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so very much for coming here and visiting with me and enjoying these cautionary tales. And I'll see you next time. I am your Lone Wolf Usul, and I am out. You know, you really look, big me, little me, big me, little me. Kind of funny, isn't it? Oh, hey, yeah, Rhonda makes a very good point. We're redirecting over to Hutch. We're doing it right now. He started 15 minutes ago. Let's get gone. Oh yeah. Something wise, something sage. I know. No matter where you are, there you are. Yeah, that sounded about right. If you don't go watch Hutch, go watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I got nothing else. Bye. Oh my God, go away.